cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Ole Miss Rebels. The Rebels will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Tennessee's offense will start this game off with the football. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting got these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. There's no getting around the fact that they have really scuffled in the first half of SEC play, and now the task is to try to turn it around.
Well, and a lot of times it requires shifting your goals, and this is not how you want it to start, but how can we win this week and take advantage of every opportunity we get, Jesse? So it hasn't been ideal, but there's still some talent, and you can still salvage some wins on the schedule.
Yeah, it's all about finishing the season strong, right? I think this team believes that in this last week, they were able to sort of reset their focus on doing exactly that. They believe they have the horse.
Turning it on! They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. The 2024 season for Tennessee had some highs, wins over Bama, Florida, and Oklahoma. Man, it didn't end with a thud. They got clipped by the Ohio State buzzsaw and then suffered the big shocker of the offseason with Nico Iamaleava jumping into the transfer portal.
Yeah, I don't know that there was a more interesting offseason than in Knoxville. The quarterback spot, the drama, the back and forth, and Nico leaves, and then Joey Aguirre, who he goes to UCLA, Nico, and now the guy who transferred there transfers to Tennessee, so quarterback roulette, and Tennessee has a new guy.
There are things I expected to remain consistent, at least with Tennessee, though. Tim Banks is going to do a great job at defensive coordinator on that side of the ball, and you know Tennessee's going to run it as well. So I know a lot of question marks around the quarterback spot. There are other facets to this team that make them very dangerous.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking to throw at Aguilar. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. And the Vols will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will go to work for the first time. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The kick is on its way. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. throws to the wideout.
Wow.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo. To the air, it's Simmons. Caught over the middle, it's Lee. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
He'll pull it on the read. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get through.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number one, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
And the Rebels with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll run play action. With the catch, it's Lee. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the front.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. A shot toward the end zone. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
You know, as a defensive back, you want to force the quarterback to make plays way outside, towards the sideline. That's a long throw. It requires a lot of arm strength and a lot of touch at the same time. Great job forcing the play out wide, making the big interception.
They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got it set up on the outside. The Vols pick up the first down. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the gun. Give on the inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the Volunteers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't.
Oh, there's an alley on the left. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the running back. Not a whole lot of room as as he gets a couple inside the 30 to the 29.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Oh, they're after him. And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. And the Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gets it inside the 25, down to the 22-yard line with the pickup of 4. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. Back to pass, it's Aguilar. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. Doesn't have a straight-on shot here. He'll kick it from the left hash and 39 yards out. And he didn't hit that one purely, but the member specials gets it to go. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And he didn't get all of that one because it barely got to the crossbar, but he got enough, and it got over. Nice kick. Listen, you'll take it however you can get it. That's 3 points. Put them on the board.
They'll kick it away after putting up a field goal on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lacy. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Rebels decide to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. So here is the Tennessee offense. So far, they've only been able to muster a field goal, but hoping to get things cooking here. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him... out. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Aguilar. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this. inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. They'll try to convert on 4th and long after giving up that big sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Vols will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you could be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break up the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. The Rebels line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Calls for and makes the fair catch, but there is a penalty flag down, and we'll see what this is about.
Offside, defense.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Here's the pressure. He was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Hauls it in. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
And the Volunteers will punt this one away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Rebels want to move quickly. Back to pass. Under fire. That's caught. It's Diggs. Getting behind those pads and behind a stiff arm to get it out to the 27. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one after their own 37. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Back to throw, it's Simmons. forced out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Rebels in a good spot here with second and short. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got it in the middle. It's Haas. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. To the air on first down. Finds his man. It's Stribling. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. And the Rebels come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Hand off from the shotgun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Zings it complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a great one today in Knoxville so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Volunteers will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Watkins. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. Not much went right in the first half, hoping for better things as they start this third quarter.
Yeah, you've got to put that first half behind us. This offense has proven they're better than 3 points in a first half. Now, put this drive together, build some momentum, and let's see where this game can go.
But if you're on defense, keep the pedal to the metal. Stay aggressive. Everything you did in that first half worked perfectly. Let's continue that trend here in the second half.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Haas. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. The Rebels headed quickly to the line. You know, you think back on the Jackson Dart era at Ole Miss, the best 3-year run in more than 50 years. Now Austin Simmons steps in, full of potential, Jesse, to lead the Rebels to further glory.
Quarterbacks have played so well under Lane Kiffin in recent years. You can even go ahead of Jackson Dart back to Matt Corral and what he was doing in that offense. So now the lefty takes over. This dude's got a lot of talent. He can make every single throw on the field. Lane Kiffin's playbook is completely at this guy's disposal, and because of that, you know there are going to be a lot of big plays for the Rebels.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a physical attack from the guy. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Now the play fake. Fires to the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let him fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
He gets it so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. 4th down and less than a yard, and of course the offense is going to stay on the field. Going for the marker on the ground. Touchdown, Rebels! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. From the shotgun, the inside give. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Unloads it left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
This is a situation here in the 3rd quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? They get to him as he throws. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre. And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some experience.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. The Vols will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. They bring the punter onto the field now. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. To the air, it's Simmons. Snagged out of the air. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
They go to the ground. Oh, a lot of space. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Looking for a deep man. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working. Ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Finds space on the right. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Catch in the middle. It's dribbling. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
And the Rebels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. On the run, it's Diggs. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. He's got it on the move. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. A first down run in the red zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide in these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Try to pound their way in. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped in just short.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
Trying to slam in. He's not going to get there, and they'll have to give up the football.
Nice job by the defense on fourth down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that fourth down play. Really good job by this defense.
Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw. It's Aguilar. Get it out on the screen. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen.
Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. And then a low-scoring game like this, turning on the Jets. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. Mississippi State is down, but not out of it. Not with those cowbells ringing inside Davis-Wade Stadium, one of the best home field advantages in all of college football. They're trailing by just 4 to Duke. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Aguilar. Going to take a shot at this DB. Pulls it in on the right. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
That big explosive play carries them into plus territory. They'll snap it 1st and 10 from just across the 50. The short hands, it's Bishop.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
And the Volunteers can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Caught in the backfield, it's Bishop. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
The Volunteers will line it up on 1st and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab behind the lines. It's Bishop. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Here There's a heat. Fires to the big fella. Just keeps picking up the tough yards and gets it down to the 26. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. And the Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Looking to pass. It's Aguilar. Moves away as he feels pressure. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
I like the decision by the quarterback there because it's 3rd and short. You're in field goal range. Can't take a sack and knock yourself out of that field goal range. And you certainly don't want to force the football into traffic, risking an interception. Throw it away. Now you can kick the field goal if you want to.
The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. Throws to the tight end. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. The Vols, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put wide. Touchdown, Tennessee! The offense cashing it in on that drive. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Watkins. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. That's the way to give yourself some breathing room. Now the second play of the drive from the 36. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee. Not exactly a ton of points in this one. They just couldn't overcome the offensive struggles and come up short.
And that's a bad feeling when you're the offense because you see your defense time and time again getting stops, giving you the football back and giving you an opportunity. The offense, they just couldn't pull their own weight.
I hear you. It's a bad feeling for the offense, but it really sucks for